Hey, our review family, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morris, reviewing music for the love of music, and welcome back to the metal Tempest. And today I'm going to be doing a track review of the new Revocation single entitled Re-Crucified, off of their upcoming record Netherheaven, which is going to be dropping in September. So there are a lot of elephants in the room to sort of unpack about this track. First off, Revocation is taking this ender in a new direction. It's really uncommon for a band to utilize the ender track as a single, but if you look into the description on the YouTube video as well as look into the background of the record, Revocation wanted to sort of throw the audience through a little bit of a loop, and this ender track is heavier, it's faster, it's inspired by Dante's Inferno, and it's basically an odyssey through hell. And two guest vocalists appear on this track, being Corpsegrinder Fisher of the band Cannibal Corpse, and Trevor of the Black Dahlia Murder. And I don't think I anticipated how hard this track was going to hit, just emotionally. As someone that was a fan of the Black Dahlia Murder, even if some of their material wasn't always my favorite on the block, Trevor was a very influential figure in the metal sphere. And just one look at so many artists that stepped forward after his unfortunate passing recently, you could really see the impact that he left and the imprint that he left on this community and so many bands and people that had worked with him. If you read the description, it's really heartbreaking that the band found out about Trevor's passing just a little bit after a music video shooting. And the reason that this track is hitting emotionally heavy isn't necessarily about Trevor being on it, but it's the feeling and knowledge that it may be the last or one of the last times that we're able to hear him on a musical project. Now, obviously, you don't know if he's done more, features or things for Black Dahlia Murder that we're not going to hear for a while, but it's a heavy fucking track. It's really sad that they had to hear this news and know that he was on the record. But it's this awesome immortalization on this record that he is going to have. And for the sake of him, I don't think that this track should be made just about him. Because I don't think that in the spirit of metal and those that have passed away, they want to be glorified as the only thing that makes it what it is. And on this track there is far more to go over than just Trevor's presence. And I think he would have been damn proud of how this song came out. It is a technical and twisting labyrinth of a technical death metal track. I really like the fact that progressively, even as it gets to the end, they have this spiral downward into technical intensity that really does encapsulate this notion of Dante's Inferno and a journey through hell. The contributions from Trevor and the contributions from Corpsegrinder don't dominate the track in such a way that they take over the entire track and it's the only thing you hear, and at the forefront is the great instrumentation. I do like that Revocation is toning down the production to be more, I would say, less mechanical, because one of my issues in the past with Revocation is just how tightly produced everything felt. Here it feels a little more lively, and there's a lot more punch to the percussion, I noticed, and it excites me for this upcoming record because the riffs are very tight, they're very twisted up, they are gnarled up, the vocals are very well produced, and the songwriting is just epic. While the lyrics are pretty one note, combined with the features and the production, it turns out to be a very satisfying track. It wastes no time getting into the fury, throwing you directly into these demented riffs, and there's always a rhythmic backdrop of this hellish delivery, pun unintended, with the general songwriting of the track and the theme. But they also have this ability to descend into more of this galloping death metal riff that's maybe not as fast. It's still very fast, but toned down by Revocation standards, and I think this track has an amazing balance of blending together their extremely fast, hyper-technical riff writing, but also the more groove-centric death metal writing. And that combined with the features makes an ender that's really cool. Now, I am I'm a bit weary of the fact that they gave the ender away, because part of an album listening experience for me is seeing how they wrap it up, how they put it in a bow. So talking about this track in a vacuum is kind of difficult, because you have to judge it based on the rest of the track listing that we don't have yet. So I'm curious to see how this track ends compared to everything else on the record, because it's difficult to judge an ender as a single. But overall, this is an emotional heavy track on like the level of Trevor's presence, and I am so happy that we still get to hear him on a track, and I feel for the band having to find out about his passing. Corpsegrinder and Trevor take these dual vocalist duties to the maximum, and these veterans know what they were doing on this track. And bias aside to Trevor being here, it really is a great Revocation track, and even if I am like meh about them giving away an ender as a single, I think this track is really cool. I think this track is very tight, very brutal, very well written. But what are your guys' thoughts of this new Revocation track, Recrucified? You can let me know down in the comment section below. I'll also put the track in a pinned comment if you guys want to check it out for yourselves if you haven't heard it. Are you excited for the upcoming record, or are you not particularly that much of a Revocation fan? Definitely let me know. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to join the review family today, and smash that notification bell to be notified of my future uploads. You know who it is. My name is Jay Morris, and I'm signing off saying farewell.